The second episode is really a filler episode, which is bizarre considering that there are only 4 episodes. To give a short version, while on assignment in France, Jahaya gets a lead about another angel with black wings. It leads to an angel who is hiding out as a human rock star. He explains to him that the wings have turned black from him having cancer, so the lead was pointless, and the episode ends with Jahaya and Kogetsuya making a vow to discover the mystery of Jahaya's black wings. Although, spoiler, they never do.
The only thing I'm really going to mention about this episode is that it was around this time that I began to notice that this series doesn't really have any positive female characters in it at all. Of the 4 female characters that have speaking lines, not one of them has positive traits to them.
Tatako from the first episode is a woman who will explode whenever her emotions take over her, which is about 60% of the time that she's on screen. Ava is another angel you come across in the second episode, and she's a total bitch and just completely unlikable. The angel rockstar's girlfriend is completely dependent on her lover to do everything for her, and in the last episode, the only female to speak is a drug-dealing hooker.
It makes me wonder about a few things, like, shouldn't the women be portrayed in a positive light? I mean, this is a yaoi series after all, and women are the target audience, aside from gay men. And speaking of which, this kind of has a negative outlook on the gay community as a whole, too, because this makes it seem like gay men hate women altogether, and I thought being gay was more of a sexual preference than being a sexist. But I'm not gay, so I shouldn't really have too much of a say in the matter.
Getting to the third episode, a disembodied voice tells us that talks are over and humans are a negative race. And of course, the only course of action to take is to destroy the Earth.
Great. Now angels want to kill us. If it's not one thing, it's always another.
The mad scientist from the first episode somehow survived the explosion and has captured 2 female angels, and he is using them to gather more information about the angels. Also, to make things worse, the mad scientist is looking for Taki, and it turns out that he died in some kind of explosion, leaving the mad doctor even more angry and pissed off. Jahaya and Kagetsuya are then set in to rescue the twin angels. The 2 split up, and while by himself, Jahaya discovers another angel with black wings locked in a steel room, and the electronic tag on his door says his name is Messiah. Jahaya is excited to know that there is another angel with black wings, but Jahaya is unable to break him free of his cell. Meanwhile, Kagetsuya finds the twin angels after a short fight and carries them to safety. When Jahaya shows up to ask for Kagetsuya's help, Kagetsuya pulls Jahaya out of the building, leaving Messiah behind, although the mad doctor sets him free behind everyone's back. On the way out, another woman pops up claiming to be the twins' mother. They put everyone into the car and they make a run for it. On the way out, the mother expresses her gratitude.
Thank you, Kagetsuya. I really owe you one.
Actually, Jahaya deserves the credit. He's the one who did most of the work.
What? All he did was run around like a little sissy boy, while you were doing all the work. Come on, man, I know he's your lover, but give yourself some credit.
Meanwhile, the Mad Doctor has this really great villain speech. This is one of the few moments in the series that's actually really good.
Taki, you were the most beautiful creature on Earth. Why did you leave me? I can't live without you. I can't. I won't. I'll come to you, Taki. But I have some unfinished business for those who were blind to your greatness. They must pay. They must pay for their ignorance, their lack of appreciation. Why couldn't they see why they should have worshipped you? Ignorant fools! They will suffer horrible pain. Yes, that's it. They'll suffer. With pain and more pain and suffering and pain and pain.
Weak finish, but good overall.
And now, the moment you fangirls have all been waiting for, the love scene. And because I'm such a nice guy, I'll even show you the entire scene from start to finish.
I'm sorry. I can't, Kagetsuya.
Wait, it gets even better.
Snap out of it now!
Huh?
I'm not going to put up with this any longer. If you don't like my cooking, then why don't you say so and I won't cook anymore? You're not the only one who feels pain, Chihaya. Sometimes we have to move on.
I think you can tell who didn't get theirs last night.
During the argument, Jahaya sees a news clip of Messiah riding in the back of a car, and he runs out to go look for him. Speaking of which, let's check in on the villains as they hold talks with the American Navy stationed in Japan.
Oh yes, gentlemen, it is indeed raining in my heart. An extremely cold rain.
Yes, well, while we do appreciate your fine grasp of the literary arts...
Oh, cut the crap, Ashino, and let's get down to business.
That's just hysterical. I love it when a bad voice actor tries to do a black guy's voice.
This Messiah project of yours was supposed to produce the ultimate warrior. We asked for weaponry and you give us wings.
Hilarious.